Hi, what I'm going to discuss today about is quite a challenging topic which most of us are not aware of. Yes, it is about elderly care and caring for the carers. I remember a couple of years ago, I was attending a program in Davos in Switzerland where a lecture was delivered by the head of robotics from Carnegie Mellon University, and she showed us some pretty pictures about elderly care in Japan. What caught all of our attention is in Japan, elders have robots as companions. These are not full fledged robots, but robots in the shape of a dog or a cat that just invokes the right kind of response from the elderly. When this was when this video was being shown, there was pin drop silence amongst the amongst us, and there was also a sharp breath like yes, we were all surprised. To which this fantastic professor asked a question: how many of you do you stay with elders? Not one hand went up, including myself. That was my first exposure to the elderly care. Of course, I have seen few elders over my growing up years, including my grandparents, rather my grandmother, who used to walk from my Dodapa's house to my house. She was in pretty good shape, and once she fell ill, she passed on within no time. I was too young to think about elderly care at that point in time. Fast forward year 2015. Year 2015 is the time when my father had become really old and he was bedridden, and he also had bed sores. My dad also lost his eyesight, and guess what? He had the best of care possible given by my sister-in-law and my brother. He had a nurse to take care of him, and all his life at that point in time dependent on the nurse, a young girl who stayed with the family and took care of my father. And he would get bathed by her, eat the food that she gave, and he had developed a strong bonding with the girl who took care of him. God bless him. And my dad passed away peacefully last year. Now comes the question or point. My dad and my mom were married for a very, very long time, maybe 70 plus years. And my mother lost her companion all of a sudden. She was fine to start with, and then last January she had the first symptoms of dementia. My mother has always ruled the house like a commander in chief. She had 7 of us to take care of and sent us to the best schools, best college, did all our weddings to the best of their ability, also continued to take care of grandchildren and supporting grandchildren in their studies. My mom was very, very fond of studies. You just open a book and sit in front of it, and she would be at your service, feeding you food, making sure there was proper lighting for your studies, and you ask for what? To have best results in your examination. When I went back during July, that was my father's first anniversary. That's the very first time that struck me that my sister-in-law was stressed too. She has been taking care of elderly for the past couple of years, and none of us even realized that a carer needs caring too. Most of us, for that matter, including you and me, who live abroad, visit India once in a while, and we expect everything to be rosy and happy. We do visit our parents, in-laws, but we are not a part of the ecosystem anymore because we have removed ourselves from caring for the elderly. How fair is that? Tell me, how fair is that? Not only that we have removed ourselves from caring for the elders, sometimes we also have the audacity to be judgmental about how elderly is being cared for. It could be a missed coffee. It could be a meal that the elderly did not like when we were in their presence. Definitely, this makes us very judgmental about the carer who is there 24/7 caring for the elderly. I'm sure we all come with the argument that nursing care is available in India now. You have an exclusive nurse taking care of the elderly. Yes, I agree with it. But have you thought about, or have we thought about, from the perspective of the carer? Now, they have a new member under their roof 24/7. There goes the freedom and privacy of your household, and you have another mouth to feed. And most of the times, these nurses, they are not supposed to do any other household chores. Agreed, perfect. Now, how about these nurses? Most of them have taken up this as their profession for want of a livelihood. Most of them are not trained too. You must be really blessed to find a nurse who will really kind-heartedly take care of the elderly. Now let's talk about ourselves. I do not have any statistics or experience about elderly care. I'm going to share with you what happened in my life for the past 1.5 months. When I went to India and looked at my mother and my sister-in-law, the only thought that ran in my mind is, oh my God, how blind have I been to the facts of life. I wanted to give a break for my sister-in-law. By God's grace, I have my own home and setup to which I could move my mother. There began the story. My mother, along with the caretaker, moved along with me to my home. And every moment that I spent with her has been absolutely precious. Why did I have to wait till she had to go through dementia to take this opportunity of staying with my mother? I don't know. I have no answer for it. But at least I'm grateful that I did take this opportunity for spending some time with my mother. Dementia is hard. The person forgets whether it is morning or evening. They forget whether you have fed them. They are a child again. In my mother's case, I was very fortunate because she is absolutely like a teenager now. She talks, acts, thinks like a teenager, a good teenager at that. For a person who has seen their parents in their prime, in charge of everything, looking at them with a severe medical condition can be heartbreaking in itself. I was with my mother for about 15 days, and then it was time to drop her back to the care of my sister-in-law. Bless her. I went back again in the next 15 days, took care of my mother again. I don't know how long this can continue, but the reason I have made this video is to ask you to give yourself an opportunity to take care of your parents. It could be for a short while as 1 week or a longer period. They have cared for us all our lives. What is stopping us? We all can come up with few arguments like, I don't have a home in Bangalore or any other city in India. But India has moved forward. There are many fully furnished apartments that are available for you. And there is also nursing service that you can hire to take care of elderly. Don't lose this opportunity. Go on. Two things. You will be giving the most needed break to the carers, primary carers who are taking care of elderly in India, and you give yourself an opportunity to spend those precious moments with your parents. For me, it has been an eye opener. Every moment when I am sane, talking, walking on this planet has become the most precious moments. Being judgmental and the rest of intricacies seems to have taken a back seat. I will not think of my own case. What's going to happen when I become elderly? I don't know. I have my faith in the beautiful universe to guide me peacefully to that stage. And the same universe has provided me enough guidance to be sensitive about the elderly care in India. Go on. You have Christmas vacation and summer. Go back home. Spend some time with your loved ones. From my perspective, nothing ever can replace those beautiful moments. Thank you for listening to me. Good luck. Bye.